Hello and welcome to this late. Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. This will take care of one for an upcoming date when it's not going to be too convenient. I have a classic and an unknown. I have from 1934 Seagram 7 Crown. It says since 1857, but that's when Seagram's company was started, and they're out of business as of the year 2000. But this brand is owned by Diageo. It's got a cream-colored label with a big red 7. A golden crown, brown and gold writing. 80 proof, a whiskey of distinctive character, smooth, rich, full flavored with a trace of heaviness. Without, sorry, I was reading, without a trace of heaviness. Sorry, it's got 7 crowns. It's got an embossed 7 on the back. 75% grain neutral spirit, so it's 25% straight whiskey. Okay. Got some music in the background. All right. Close that window. So Seagram 7 Crown, owned by Diageo for the last 21 years. It was started by Seagram's, the original owners. Bay Street Spirits, blended American whiskey. 80% grain neutral spirits, 20% straight bourbon whiskey. No age statement on either one. The Seagram's 7 Crown website says, let me shut this. Try to filter out that noise. The nose, alluring, clean, and crisp with a hint of citrus. Taste, smooth, sweet taste. Finish, creamy vanilla finish. Feature cocktails to 7 and 7. Seagram 7 Crown and 7 Up. Carefully blended in Asian oak. All right. Diageo. They also make the Seagram's dark honey, the Crown apple, Seagram 7 Crown apple, and I believe there's a cinnamon, but they're not showing on the website. I've seen it, the cinnamon. I've only had the 7 Crown. Craig Swinson says, hello, Ron. I'm glad to be catching a live video. I just got home from work. Wow, you got home late in the morning, huh? All right. So Bay Street, nothing, they're showing a cave with barrels. It's made in Florida by Florida Distillers. Florida has a distillery, and it's been in Auburndale, Florida since 1943, but it's not well known. I went to the liquor store on the Highway 193. Must be a state highway. The other day, I didn't buy whiskey, just Jägermeister. It's a famous one. All right. The Bay Street was $13.99. Seagram's at Total Wine. Now I bought this one. It was like a $12. Let's see what Total Wine's selling it for right now for the handle. It's still one of the top 10 best-selling whiskeys in America. You see it in the big handles all the time. Walmart has a perpetual sale of it. And Winn-Dixie's always got it on sale. Now you can see this one is straw, very light straw. This one is amber. Seagram's is amber. I don't need tags because when I look at, if I drink it all, I do. Good morning. I have been waiting for a 7 Crown matchup, said Jack Cottrell. I'm always waiting for a 7 Crown matchup because 7 Crown always wins, Well, usually. I've had a few little mishaps over the years, but not too many. Not too many with the number 1 American blended whiskey, the legendary Seagram 7 Crown. let's see. They started working on that roof next door, and they're playing all this loud music. Hurricane damage, storm damage for the roof. $17.99 for a handle. So $4 more. Well, that's not too much more for a much higher grade. Handle is $19.29. Oh, makes sense. The VO Gold handle, that's a glass bottle. That's $36.99. Wow, that's a much higher grade. Aged 8 years. Seagram Sweet Tea Vodka. That's a new one on me. Well, they got so many Seagram's products. I'm not going through this whole list. It's craziness. Let's see what Walmart's got it going for. So $17.99 at Total Wine is probably going to be a price you're not going to beat. Yeah, Walmart's got it for $2 more. So $19.98 at Walmart. That's a normal price, really. $19.99 to $20. But there you go. Total Wine, $17.99. Interstate 93 is in New Hampshire. Oh, I-93. I thought you were writing 193. I wasn't looking at it with my glasses on. Yeah, I've been on Interstate 93. This is in New Hampshire. Then it turns into 293 and goes straight to Florida, I believe. No, 293 wouldn't go to Florida because 293 is a 3-digit number. That would be it starts with an even number, so that would be a loop. I'm no road expert. Yeah, see, interstates, anytime they have a 3-digit, if it starts with an even number, it's a loop. It'll go off from the interstate and come back. It'll always take you back to the interstate system. But if it starts with an odd number, it'll go off and not come back. It's just a spur. It goes off to some other road. So like if you're on Interstate 10 in Louisiana and it says 610, that's even. 6 is an even number. So it's going to come back to 10. 210. But if you get on 110 or 310 or 510, you're not coming back to the interstate. It's going off somewhere. So you have to use an internet map or a regular road map. See, I learned. I learned. All right. A lot of oak there. Spicy oak. This is a richer oak and like a saturated wood oak. Oak saturated with whiskey. But I'm going to close my eyes and mix them up again because I'm scared I might have glanced. I had my windows open. It was feeling so nice and cool. But they started, when those guys drove up, I said, uh-oh. All of them talking Spanish. Wish one of them could do siding work. I need a little bit of trim work done there. Got blown off. All right. On the nose, I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest. On the nose, the appearance, well, if you like amber, then the Seagram's is a winner. If you like straw, the Bay Street Spirits is a winner. If you on aroma, I mean, so close, forget it. Let's go with the taste. Thanks. It has a little sharp alcohol bite to it, like grain alcohol, but it has a vanilla, creamy vanilla. And I said that this morning that the whiskeys had a creamy vanilla flavor. Creamy vanilla. But it doesn't taste like Seagram's. Let's go over here. It's a rich, somewhat charred oak with vanilla, like they're saying on the website. Maybe some floral notes like honeysuckle nectar and some dried fruitcake fruit, and even flowers like pollen. Make you sneeze, catch allergies, your eyes will be running. um, so let's remember now, $13.99 for the Bay Street Spirits, $17.99 for the Seagram's 7 Crown, $4 difference. All right. If we convert that to regular size bottles, see, $13.99 divided by 1,750 times 750. Yeah, $5.99, just like I thought. Well, $6 even. $5.99 and a half, $6 even. $17.99 divided by 1,750 times 750, $7.71. So $1. If you bought the regular size bottles, theoretically, it would be $7.71. But the Seagram's is always jacked up a lot more for the glass regular bottle like I've got. So you're going to get a lot of savings buying the plastic handle. And people will say, oh, the plastic is dangerous. You'll die. I read an article on a Socialist Workers' Party website. It said it's a corporate plot. And you can't trust those people unless they're giving you a shot in the arm. And then you got to implicitly and explicitly trust everything they do without question. But I mean, come on. This PET polymer, elastomer technologies, tetra something. That stuff's been they've been working on those bottles for so many decades. They don't want the whiskey or the beer to be tainted because then you're not going to buy it again. They want it to last, so they're going to make it comparable to glass. Is it as aesthetically pleasing as glass? No, the glass is prettier. But if you're looking for savings, the plastic's fine. You know, I just don't buy into it. Other people do. James P. Madonna said, don't put it in the freezer. It'll break down and you'll get tainted with plastic poisoning and all. I was like, I never heard that, you know. The Bay Street is a good competitor, but it can't live up to it. I'm going to say this is Bay Street. It is. The Bay Street Spirits. Is it worth buying? It's worth buying. It's done very well in the Taste Challenge, but it did not win today. It loses today. Jack Cottrell said, good morning. I've been up. Oh, yeah, you already said. I'm no road expert. Okay, so we're up with the comments. I'm kind of a road expert. I mean, I like studying highways and stuff and the system, how the system is set up. They don't always follow the system like they're supposed to, but they do generally. So if you live in California, the westernmost U.S. highway is 101 because it starts at 1 on the East Coast. Maine to Florida, Key West is 1, right? U.S. Highway 1. The old maps in the 50s said interstate highways, which they are interstate highways. They go from state to state. But then when they came out with the United States system of interstate and defense highways, the red, white, and blue signs with the controlled access and all of that, then they started to say, oh, well, these are the interstate highways. Those are the old U.S. highways. They're still interstate. But you start with 1, but some of them are controlled access depending on where you go. But usually just through every town. You know, you go in through every town, stopping at every stoplight. They might have bypasses around the town, like might say US 61 bypass, and then you go around kind of fast without any red lights, or maybe 1, and then you'd be on your way. But anyway, 1 on the East Coast, and it goes by 10s, but oddly, 11, Canada to New Orleans, 21, up the top to the bottom, 31, top to bottom, 41, top to bottom, 51, all the way from the Great Lakes to the Gulf of Mexico in a straight line, goes straight. Then 61, 71, 81, 91, 101. And then at the bottom, you got the highest number, 90, and at the top, 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. See, once you figure that out, you know where all the roads are. Then the U.S. highways, the interstate highways, which they started in 1956, they flipped the numbers so it wouldn't overlap. So you got odd, same thing, odd north to south and even east to west. But in California, you got 5. Washington to Mexico, 5. And then it jumps 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. And then New Jersey to Florida, Maine to Florida, 95. And then the same thing. The top is 90. US 90 is at the bottom. Interstate 90 is at the top. 90, 80, 70, 60, 54, 50. And then 10 at the bottom. 10 is the bottom. There's nothing below 10, except a few little small, short little links in Florida, right? 4 goes. It's a very short highway. All right. Nuts with 2 T's here. Long time viewer. Hello, tennis. Hello, Ron, says BC's Beer Reviews. BC, I hope you can join us tomorrow night for pumpkin beers. That'd be cool. If not, I understand. And Fandango Friday with liqueurs, I'd be happy to have you. But if not, but we having a lot of fun with that. How much of old Route 66 have you personally traveled? Personally driven on, probably 80% of it, 85%. From Chicago to Santa Monica, California. There's spots where I didn't drive on it, but I got a few little things to. It's interesting. It's kind of not interesting in a way because a bunch of old closed down buildings. It's like derelict. You could drive on it, and most of it is just like a service road. It goes through different towns, and local people drive on it. Say old US Highway 66. In some places, it's a state highway. They just kept it a highway, but a state highway instead of United States. Like on Missouri Highway 66, Kansas Highway 66, Oklahoma Highway 66, which still pretty much runs across the whole state. It's the free highway because you got to pay toll to ride on the expressway. People say, oh, no, I'm not paying money. So they ride on, to be a lot of traffic on Oklahoma Highway 66. Texas, it's just a service road. You don't see too much on it. It's interesting, I guess. It's sort of interesting. New Mexico, it's like just next to the interstate. You'd be riding next to the interstate the whole time, more or less. Arizona, yeah, same thing, except when you get into western Arizona, it's way, way away from the interstate. It's more roundabout. It's not too straight. So they got away. They followed the railroad track is what they did. But then Arizona took Interstate 10, went straight across in a line, Interstate 40, sorry, in a straight line. So it's Arizona Highway 66 and California Route 66. But anyway. I-4 is not that short, actually. It's pretty short. Compared to most highways. It goes from Tampa to Daytona Beach. Yeah, well, I mean, it's really not that long. But the whole state of Florida is not that wide. I mean, it's long, but it's not wide, except for the top, the panhandle. Well, yeah, that's wide because it goes from Jacksonville Beach, Florida to Pensacola. But I'm talking about the peninsula part is not wide. We've got Michigan Avenue that runs from Detroit to Chicago. Detroit to Chicago. Are you sure about that? US Highway 12. I like Oktoberfest, but I usually drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think my taste is getting away from Scotch also. Oh, no, mine's getting toward Scotch. It kind of tastes like soap. Oh, no, I'm looking forward to getting home and having Jim Beam. Well, you may as well drink what you like, right? Ronnie S. says, I-4, Interstate 4 is considered one of the most dangerous highways in the country. Not rel. BC said, not rel. It is dangerous. Why is it dangerous? Got a lot of wrecks, people driving crazy. I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's look at a map. Just happen to have a road map right here. Good, they cut off that loud, obnoxious music. The music's not really obnoxious. It's just obnoxious in the context of me trying to do the video. I like Latino music. It's very similar to Zydeco and Cajun music. Well, it's like identical to it, really. They're always singing about the same stuff, same type of music. I think because of amount of accidents. Yeah. Florida. Let's see. Florida. Yeah, you see, Interstate 4 goes at an angle, so it makes it longer. It's not going straight across. But yeah, you see. That's not too far. Now, if you went straight, there are some highways in Florida that go straight across. The only reason they're slow is because you got to stop at red lights, you know. But beyond that, they're not slow. Michigan to Illinois. Nah, I don't think there's 94, Interstate 94. That goes to Chicago. Well, yeah, 94 goes from Detroit to Chicago. I've been on much of that, a good amount of it. But let's see. Let's look at a close up. Then we got to get off of this. I got to go eat. Detroit. Yeah, that's what I thought. U.S. Highway 12. So you could drive on that. It would take a long time because of a lot of red lights, but probably be a lot more interesting drive. 12 goes from Detroit to Ann Arbor. No, Ypsilanti. That's what University Eastern Michigan, EMU, Eastern Michigan University. Then it goes to Cambridge, Jonesville, Coldwater, Sturgis, almost to the border with Indiana, but not quite. Niles, New Buffalo, and then it goes down into Indiana and then into Chicago. So yeah, you could take United States Highway 12, take you right from Detroit all the way to Chicago. Like I say, it'd be a slow ride, but it could be interesting. You know, sometimes those old, if you're not in a big rush, it'd be interesting. Just see all kind of interesting sights. I miss old paper road maps. I do too, but I still buy them. They still sell them at Walmart. My town in Missouri is at the junction of Highway 65 and 50. Cheap and foodie. 65 goes north to south. 65 starts in Louisiana, by the way. Ends in Minnesota, by the way. 65 and 50. That must be around Jefferson City or something. Oh yeah, Seagram's Crown is the winner. It's that oak, the bourbon flavor from probably George Dickel bourbon. Because they own George Dickel, so they probably sending some of that over there and bottling, mixing it with the grain spirit, blending it with the grain spirits. Yeah, it's so smooth. Seagram 7 Crown is so smooth. Is there a smoother whiskey than Seagram 7 Crown? Well, there might be. I'm not aware of it, but there may be. But I mean, it's so ultimately smooth. You could just sip it like water. I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't recommend it. Let's see, Missouri. See, I can't just believe you. You gotta show me. I live in Louisiana, the show me state. You gotta show us. I'm stealing your material. All right. There's 65. Yes, famous old. That'd be a long trip, boy. You'd have to have patience like Job. Patience of Job. Go up that long road all the way from Louisiana to Minnesota. Oh, okay. Sedalia. I know where that is. I've never been there. Sedalia, Missouri. That's in the middle of but I wasn't too far off. I said Jefferson City, and that's on US 50. And so is Kansas City, of course. Well, That wasn't a bad guess. Wasn't too far off. It's off, but wasn't too. All right. So what did we learn today? Well, you can pay $13.99 and get a pretty nice an hour west of Jefferson City, an hour east of Kansas City. Not bad. Pretty good east and west locations. So what did we learn? You can pay $13.99 and get a reasonably good American blended whiskey from Florida, right along that Interstate 4 corridor, U.S. Highway 192 corridor. Bay Street Spirits, not bad at all for $13.99. You've done a good job, Bay Street Spirits, but you couldn't make it today. But what do you expect? You're going against the champion, the champ. Or you could pay $4 more and get a not this glass, but the handle bottle up, and then get a lot more whiskey of the Seagram 7, and you're going to really go to the top of the American blended whiskey. So pay $4 more and go first class. If you're not worried about saving $4, though, just forget this and get the Bay Streets. But me, I think I'd pay the $4. You know, I'd pay the $4. Now, boy, they tearing that roof. Now, how is the Classic Club going to do? Which is $1 more, $14.99. Classic Club at Total Wine. Oh, I don't know. How about the Kessler? I guess I'll have to buy Kessler because Beer Hound keeps badgering me about it. I guess Kessler, my experience is Kessler is better than Bay Street, but 50 cents better. But it's not as good as Seagram 7 Crown, about $3 worse, $4 worse. So it's very close. It's right. It's like Bay Street is here, Kessler's here, and Seagram's is here. But it's pretty close. All right, thanks for watching this video production. Get ready for Thursday morning, because we're getting into Canadian whiskey. I got McAdams. It's going to go against all the rest. We'll see how it does. My prediction, it'll do quite well, like the Bay Street. Next year, when we get back to Canadian whiskey, the plan is to do the 40 Creek. 40 Creek, and when I tell you the price, you're going to be angry and jealous because you won't believe the price I paid, but it's a true story. Thanks for watching this video production. If I told you what I paid for Dimple Pinch today, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. Dimple Pinch, 15-year age Scotch whiskey since the 1890s. Incredible. I say, Walmart, you shock me every month. Thanks, everybody.